Chase, an inopportune time for your first setback at Rooney Field. Just what was the message to the guys across the 90 and the whole season that they just gave?
Well, again, the season as a whole was a success, right? And we still, as a program, have to continue to take strides on this level. Fordham's a program, and there's a lot of programs in the A10 that are used to winning championships and competing in A10 tournaments. And we're actually still a very young program when it comes to that. And so nights like tonight, you could see that Fordham brought the edge, Fordham brought the intensity. And I think that we just expected the fact that it was Rooney Field, we were just going to show up and just be better. And in some ways we were, but in the ways where it really counted, obviously we weren't. So I think that's, a huge takeaway moving into the off season. And I just wanted to make sure I thank the seniors for the guys like Maxie and Chris and Jesper and Nagy, and obviously there's plenty more, but they've done so much for the program to help elevate it to where it is now, and that platform is something that we just have to continue to build on. And I want this to sting for the returners. It should sting for the returners, but it's going to be a growing moment, and it's the only way to look at it.
You've been a traditionally second half team, especially here at Rooney. To concede one a minute and a half in, just was that a shock to the system, and how do you think the response was?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not ideal. We're in a certain situation where, again, we know what we need to do, and they just had that intensity, and their special player was exceptional tonight, and sometimes that's just the difference on nights like tonight. But yeah, it's not ideal, obviously, coming out. The first, we talk about the big fives a lot, the first five of a half, the last five of a half, the 5 minutes after a goal scored, and those are big moments for you, so you need to get through those moments. And but again, even with the 1-0, we're still in the game. We hit the post, that ball goes in, it's a different story, right? So that's the beauty and the pain of the sport. And again, all I can say is just learn from it and move forward.
You did pepper the box several times in stanzas of this game. To not put it away obviously stings, but how pleased were you that they continue to just keep trying to be on the attack?
Yeah, I give the guys credit, right? So you're trying to execute a game plan, and Fordham had a solid defensive game plan against us, and really man-marked certain roles and positions for us. But again, we knew where the space was going to be. We knew how we could get into the game. We knew how we could beat them. It was just now about executing that. And again, not just on the offensive side, we just didn't. So
you talked about the group of seniors that you have right now. What did they bring to form the culture of this team?
I think it was just a bit of professionalism, right? The guys that had transferred in, especially Chris and Jesper, came from big programs where you just see the standard, and you kind of see where you want it to be. And then a guy like Maxie, who just every day is just 100% effort, 100% energy, and just all walks of life. And I think those guys in particular, just that just energy, you just feed off of as a program, and it meant something, right? They loved putting on the jersey, they loved playing on Rooney Field, and I think that energy is infectious, right? And so it's easy as a leader for me to kind of point to that and kind of continue to just build off that. And now it's just getting personalities around them over the last couple of years that kind of match that intensity. And I think that's what you've seen. It's kind of been just a collection of talent coming together with them at the forefront. And so again, I give them a lot of credit. They've really helped turn this program in the right direction from a culture standpoint. We've had talent here for years, but that culture's been fantastic for sure.
Where does this team rank among your time here, and just that chemistry and connection that they've had?
I'd say it's one of the more fun ones for sure. I had a lot of fun this season coaching these guys. It was a joy to show up to work every day and work with them. We knew we were going to get the effort from them every time we showed up, and so it was just a lot of fun. And it's easy with guys like Max on the field because his energy is, like I said, just infectious. And so, that's going to be missed, and obviously that's something that's we're going to have a bit of a void that we've got to fill, and a bit of a vacuum to fill in, and that's part of it. That's part of the process. Unfortunately, you can't just sign them to 5, 6, 10-year deals. Max, I might sign to a lifetime deal, but that's, again, it's all part of the process. So had a lot of fun this season. Nobody can take away the fact that we got 11 wins, 11-4 and 11-4-2 now on the season. It's a great season overall. Just doesn't, for outside of one team, it never ends exactly the way you want it to. So yeah, I'd certainly like to still be playing on Wednesday night, but again, we learn from it and we move forward.
You mentioned that void with guys leaving. Is there a certain message you have for the guys coming back next year about that?
We talk a lot about leadership, and then we'll continue to just talk about high standards and pushing. I mean, the platform again has been set, the stage has been set. Now it's about who's ready to step into that, and then again continuing to recruit in the right guys that can help build on this momentum that we've had over the last few years.